when growing up in Christ, don't only focus on where you are now. Always be mindful of also where you have come from. You would be a bad driver, actually foolish, to say that, you know what, I am just at Ncheu. If you just say a statement like that, that you are just at Ncheu, and you put it that way, that I am just at Ncheu, you know, people will be looking at it and will think maybe you have just started off from Ncheu and you are still in Ncheu, or you started off just from the Dedza and you are now in Ncheu. People will not appreciate. Especially when you say, I am going to South Africa, I am now at Dedza. They're going to look at you as Dedza. They'll be thinking that maybe you started off from Lilongwe, you are now at Dedza, on your way to South Africa. But when you put it in perspective, I started off from Kenya, so they appreciate. I drove all the way into Tanzania, they appreciate. I have driven into Chitipa, Karonga, you know, then I reached Lilongwe, I'm now at Dedza, then they appreciate. You see, some of you, the bad part is you only look at your weaknesses today. You don't remember how far you have come from. If today, even of harvest, someone says, you know what, I just harvested 10,000 kwacha only. The question is, what were you harvesting yesterday? Well, you must also remember that. No, today, today I did something that I didn't expect that I would ever do in Christ, but I did it. The question is, what are the things you did yesterday? You see, when you remember like that, you still know that you are making progress. Growth in Christianity is not only in absolute terms, it's also the fears you had 2 years. You should not have them today. The weaknesses you had 5 years, don't have them today. But at every point, you still have areas to improve on. Are you there? That's why you find out, the more you know God, is the pressure that is laid upon you to know Him more. Because it's the more you discover that there is much more, isn't it? Yeah. But an ego doesn't take care of children like that. It says that about an ego. It says at a certain point, an ego will make the nest unbearable and uncomfortable for the young ones. I don't know what they're called. Ego young. Eaglets. Okay. Will make life uncomfortable for the eaglets. So it begins to remove certain things. It begins to remove the things that are making the ego comfortable. The ego, the mother ego, deliberately removes them. Until the ego is so uncomfortable in that nest, feeling cold, the ego is forced to fly. Forced to what? Fly. As long as the place is comfortable, why leave? Another thing that the ego does is sometimes to take the eaglet, fly into the air, and then throw it. The ego knows it will die, but the mother ego knows that I'm keeping my eye. As the young one is going down, maybe to fall, the ego flies and then picks it up. Goes back in the air. You see, you went down. Take you back in the air, where you fell from. That's why you fell from a zone. We pick you up, resuscitate you, locate you to another zone. You're wondering, but I didn't perform well. Yes, we have picked you from where thou art fallen. We put you again there. That's how you learn. But I'm telling you, this babish in Christ, when other people are called babies also.